Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Dawnfolk. This is a game that recently released from Steam's Early Access program. You can find it on Steam for about 15 bucks or so. I'm not sure about other platforms. There is a demo, so if you like what you see, try the demo first. So, what is Dawnfolk all about? Well, I did cover this in a prior video, and I will just report that I'm really enjoying the finished version. Except there's no mouse support still. Everything is going to be done via keyboard. I know some of you folks don't care about that, but us old people, we like our mice. And it is 2025. Why can't we have mouse support and keyboard support? Anyway, options menu real quick. And I'm going to take you through this manually today because it's just easier. There's a lot of things going on while you're playing that I kind of want to show you and explain. So there's video settings here, and there's even the ability to unlock options via the blue light resource that you're seeing there. In the upper right hand corner it says 80. I've earned 80 so far. I can spend that 80 blue light on a CRT filter or other like green cursors, different cursor colors. So you're going to be continuously earning this blue light resource as you're playing, and then you unlock new features of the game. There's even secrets there that you can unlock, so that's what that's all about. There's audio settings here. You can mute the helper at the cost of 99 of that blue light. Like I said, there's no mouse control, so you may want to maybe screenshot this or write this down somewhere because unfortunately, like, yeah, you can pull it up during the game, but it's also annoying to do that and it breaks the immersion, so it would have been nice to have like little tool tips off to the side that says, I wish it was just a list of all the different controls off to the side, like really small that I can quickly reference as I needed to. But that's the options real quick there. Accessibility, there is mini games, but I turned them off because it's just easier on my wrists. I'm, with my tendonitis, I have to, be cautious about doing too many mini games. So yeah, there's the ability to turn that off. There's some other things, flashes and the like, language. There's danger zone stuff like Easter eggs, skip dialogues, unlock zoom, that kind of thing. Now, as far as the actual game is concerned, it's either a turn-based or a real-time city builder of sorts, and you can like pause it and then do turns, or you can just let the time flow. It's nice that way, like you can make it either or. There is a story mode, and it'll start you off at Last Hope, move you into the Badlands, and then this is your story there. So you can do the story, and then there's also other game modes that you can unlock with that blue light. There's Puzzle, Curious Expeditions, Sandbox, and Endless mode. I'll probably unlock Endless first just to see what options I have there. I didn't see anything in the way of difficulty, however. Like, there's normal and hard. Like, if I click on Last Hope, there's normal, hard, and impossible, but there's no, like, easy mode. I would have preferred more difficulty options for us people that just want to build a lax city, because the way it works is when you're playing this game, you're going to get threatened by the darkness, and these dark storms appear, and you have to spend light to get rid of them. So you do have to build a decent engine to get rid of them, and it is possible to lose. So, it would be nice to have an easier setting or customized setting. Maybe the difficulty of storms are halved automatically, that kind of thing. Something like that would have been a nice addition to the game, I think. But yeah, so there's Endless and Sandbox. You might want to play around with those. Maybe that might have something better in terms of difficulty for you. But if we just jump into a game that I was playing, this is the Last Hope normal. I'm pretty far into it, and I just want to quickly show you what is going on here. And I have no idea how to pronounce lure. I have no idea how to pronounce that. So on the very top of the screen, I'm actually going to hit 3 to pause. Oops, I was fast forward. There we go, 1. It's like I said, I wish there was a reference off to the side that had the keybinds right there, so I didn't have to hit escape. And then there's not even an options menu here. Oh, I thought there was. I guess not. That's a big thing. That's something developer needs to add. There needs to be a way to access the controls while you're in game. It's just annoying to have to like figure things out while you're playing, and the only accessible reference is at the main menu. I'm sorry, but that's not cool. You need to add reference, especially since there's no mouse support. Okay, that's just my opinion. So anyway, on the very top of the screen, is your like income and how many resources you have. So you've got like light on the left, on the upper left there. I've got +8 coming in every turn or every day. And I've got 110 right now. And people is a resource, food is a resource, materials are a resource, and that little potion green looking thing on the right that says 0, that's science, and you get that by upgrading your town hall. And science is used to upgrade your buildings. And you're limited on that. Like, you just can't upgrade everything. So you gotta have to pick and choose what you're gonna upgrade. So the way this works is you start off with a very small area illuminated. And then in order to like build something, you click or you hit spacebar on an area that is empty, and then you can interact with it. I can build a lighthouse here, and this on the very top tooltip says -2 people, but it generates 1 light over time, like every day. So it's building a lighthouse next to water will generate light. And it's going to cost me 42 materials and 50 people to do it. So there's an income cost, which is on the top bar, and like a one-time cost, which is in the middle there. So that's the cost of the lighthouse. And I can also build tents, -1 food per turn to generate 1 person per turn. And then below that is -20 food, -3 materials to build a tent. Croplands, you put that down, then you put food in there. But keep in mind, there is synergies in this game. So for example, this farm, you'll notice these little arrows sort of, and I forgot to turn the sound on, apologies. That's what the sound is like, in case you're curious, but I'll go ahead and turn that back off because, again, no options menu to reference right now. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, synergies. So you'll see the little corn symbols going into the farm there. That's because the farm will reward you for having fields nearby. So you're going to want to build things that work with other things, if that makes any sense. Here's another example. This church benefits from housing that's next to it. So the church wants to have like houses and tents next to it, and I'm generating light every turn in doing so. The town just generates people, the more houses that are near it. You've got this sawmill, which generates material for the forests that are nearby. And in order to access new locations, you'll note that they're darkened. There's this dark mist. You can spend this light resource in order to illuminate it and open up new areas. And that's how you expand. But you have to keep in mind, however, that there's a dark storm in this game, and you have to save light in your resource pool in order to deal with it. So there's a balance there between expanding too much too soon and then leaving yourself open to get wrecked by the dark storm. But if you don't expand enough, you're not going to generate your resources that you need to and build your engine, resource engine that you need in order to get to the later parts of the game and deal with it. So I've already beat this scenario, so I don't mind doing this, but I'm going to go ahead and just like reveal that. Illuminate for 14 light. I got some treasure. I'm just going to interact with it, open treasure. I got 10 light and 20 material for doing that. And as you do achievements, you're going to get blue light resource that you can use at the main menu to unlock new things. Now, I was paused this entire time. You can just let it run like regularly. Like I have it on play right now. If you don't want to do that, you can pause it again and hit left control, and that just bypasses the turn. We have a lot of extra food. Do we keep the food or distribute the food? We lose 100 food, but we gain 50 people. I don't think we need to do that. We're going to get decisions like that every now and again. Sometimes wolves might attack, or, you know, we might find a monolith and worshippers are starting to people are starting to worship it. You have to deal with them. I don't want to spoil too much because there is like stories, like mini stories in this. So I'm going to illuminate that and collect this treasure chest too. Looks very similar. And this is a light well. I can destroy things as well at the cost of and get resources in return. Now, these sheep are in love, so if you have an empty field next to them, they will just automatically populate a new set of sheep into that area. So I'm going to hit play real quick, and I'm supposed to upgrade my home into a castle. I'm going to put this on fast forward so you can kind of see the progression here. Yeah, so I'm generating a crap ton of resources. All right, let's go ahead and slow it back down. The game's not going to progress until I upgrade my home into a castle. But let's just go ahead and explore some other things before we do that. There's another black monolith, and we can send people over to it and fight it in order to reduce the intensity of those dark storms in the future. So you're making the dark storms weaker by taking care of them. There's, let's go ahead, a light breach. This will generate light every now and again, and I'll just collect it. The cost of 11 people, I get 22 light. All right. One of the children fell in. That's not good. Okay. Well, thanks for telling me. I guess we'll build this minus 25 material, minus 25 people, and this will generate 2 light for me every turn, which is nice. So yeah, and each terrain type offers something different. Like, for example, this fish. I can go bow fishing here, get rid of the fish, and these things will repopulate over time. But this is like an immediate source of food. Or I can gain food over time by doing the fishing boat. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do there. The mountain area here, if I illuminate that, I can build an observatory on this, and I get light from dark areas. Or I can build a mine here and get resources. So it's an interesting idea. I'm going to eliminate that. And I'm just going to, I want to see what this is over here. Another black monolith. I earned 10 blue lights. I guess I made it to the edge of the map there. That's why. But this scenario is nice because it doesn't push you until you complete what the guy is telling you to do. There's another black monolith. We'll just take care of that. Yeah, so that's the gist of it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and actually do what I'm supposed to do here. Upgrade the town hall. That's a castle. Upgrade your home into a castle. Yeah, so I need, what is that? Wow, I need 70 material, which I have. I need 65 people, which I don't have. So I need to just let time flow real quick. There we go. Build our castle. We need an incredible amount of light to survive the last storm. Let's maximize our light production. So it wants me to get 12 light production. So in order to do that, I need to find ways to generate light. Again, I can do that with these light wells here. I can also build observatories on top of these mountains and generate light from nearby dark tiles that haven't been explored yet. All right. And do I want to do that again? Sure. Oh, I can't. I need more people. Well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and just let time flow then. Ah, science to upgrade buildings. That's right. We can do that real quick. Because we upgraded our town hall, we can upgrade one of our buildings. And what that looks like, if we find the right building, like let's say the farm, we can spend that to unlock the royal farm, which unlock secret seeds, which I don't know what that is, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Okay. And yeah, so I think we unlocked something, but I couldn't tell you what. So, yeah. Just fast forward again. Let's finish this. So the dark storm has arrived, and again, this is your primary enemy for this game. So the way this guy works is over time he will spread his storm to new tiles that become weaker. Note that I can cleanse this tile for 186 light. I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so he's gone. For this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Now for this one, I'm going to let him spread just so I can show you. Normally 186 to cleanse him, which I have, but let's just let him spread a bit. Okay, there we go. So he spread twice. Now I can get rid of this dark gust thing by spending a lesser amount of light. So get rid of that, get rid of that. And now you'll note that he's at 94. So it's cheaper. It becomes cheaper to cleanse the dark storm as time goes on. Oh, okay. So he spread himself too thin and he just kind of blew up. So we can deal with the storm that way without actually cleansing him if we just wait a while. And then we can even continue playing this region or go back to the menu. We'll go back to the menu. So that's a quick look at Dawnfolk. I don't want to ruin this by like showing you too much. I kind of want to let you unlock all of these and explore them. I played like an early copy of this way back, and I did some of this as well. But I guess my current like press version had to start over, reset. But that's okay. I don't mind doing stuff over. But yeah, the sandbox I'm looking forward to, and the endless mode I'm looking forward to, because I like stories, don't get me wrong, but I hate like artificial difficulty. I like being able to set up my own difficulty, and I'm not sure it's a good idea to explore this path just yet. Let's focus on unlocking more levels. Well, let's do endless then. So there's balanced, desert, forest, mountain chain, archipelago, grasslands, dark forest, and nightmare. So those are all the different endless levels that you can eventually unlock, but you can start with balanced. Unfortunately, again, it doesn't seem like there's any sort of difficulty setting along with that. So my three biggest gripes with this game is lack of mouse support, okay? The inability to access keybinds while you're playing, like there's no keybinds here to see. That's another big thing. And then no difficulty settings on certain areas of the game. And the lack of easier settings on story mode. So this is a good game, don't get me wrong, but I think the developer could improve it with a couple of quality of life upgrades. But anyway, that was Dawnfolk. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.